And in terms of, if we say the long-term ROI, on the other side of that cost, what would you say? Like the long-term ROI for the leadership that brings victimhood that can, and that never can, like you can say.
Yeah, long-term ROI for leadership versus victimhood.
Exactly.
The return on investment for victimhood
Hmm.
is really digging your grave deeper. It's
Yeah.
getting deeper into that toxic culture, because when you've created a toxic culture, it's really hard to break that culture. It's hard to break out. It's hard to say, I'm going to shift from this toxic mindset. But when we have that ROI of
Hmm.
leadership,
Yeah.
here's what it looks like for that. And that is an example from one of the great Psalms in the Bible. David says, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil, for thou art with me. Well, in order to get to the mountaintop, you have to walk through the valley. And
Hmm.
the height of our mountain is proportionate to the depth of our valley. So if we walk through our suffering, which we all have suffering, we all have hardship, we're
Right.
not shying away from that. This world is a tough place, but there's one of two options. We can choose to continue in victimhood, or we can choose to embrace our obstacles and turn those into our arsenal. So the depth of our valley is proportionate to the height of our mountain. So that ROI for a leader is, yes, I've had suffering. Yes, I've had hardship, but how can I use my story and my individual DNA of design to liberate somebody else, even if it's just one person? Just take one person. If I can liberate one person with a story from my hardship and my testimony, that's worth it. That's the ROI of a leader, versus a victim says, I'm going to wallow in my own self-pity. A leader says, I'm going to use my suffering for somebody else's turn.
And that written, I don't think it's just a kind of external success, but it's the authority and the peace from the inside, right?